Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I am George. We're all George. So today, let's talk about a couple of things. What's going on in the US, what's going on with Bitcoin. Major bottom signal has appeared. And also, let's talk about Dogecoin going to the moon. Literally going to the moon. All right, let's talk about all these things and more. My alarm just went off. So let's do this. Welcome, 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 guys. Hopefully you guys are doing well. The market bell has just rung. And you know, right now, it's looking okay. It's looking decent. U.S. market has been wonky. Up and down, but Coinbase has been doing really well. Yesterday, up almost 8%, down just slightly today. And the mining stocks, too, and MicroStrategy. Any Bitcoin-related stock has been skyrocketing. Let's see if Coinbase could turn around today. Bitcoin is still doing well at 38,000. It was a little bit higher. See, now we're starting to hover up here, which is good. We've been making slow and steady gains. Now we're hovering and consolidating above 38 and getting ready to push upwards. So we'll talk about that as well. So there's just a lot of goodness right now, guys. The market is turning upwards. This is definitely an exciting time to be in the space. So as for U.S. market, you know, economy is actually doing better. 10-year yield drops to the lowest level since September. That's significant. That means rates are coming down. Also, GDP just came out and blew away expectations. So that's good. So from a macro perspective, at least in the U.S., it looks like we're in a somewhat healthy shape. Although a lot of the earnings that have come out has not been that spectacular. We're kind of in this iffy period where, yeah, some of the numbers still look good. Are they false numbers? Are they real numbers? And does this mean inflation is going to come back or not? You know, so there's still a lot of unanswered questions. But right now, it does look like the U.S. economy is coming back full force. And if the rates go down, that's even better, right? But I guess we'll have to see. We got one more FOMC meeting coming up mid-December. Let's see what Powell has to say then, whether we should be thinking about rate cuts or elevated rates for quite some time. We'll see. We'll see. All right, now moving on to Bitcoin. What is going on? Well, look at this. Bitcoin supply on exchanges hits lowest in 5 years. 5 years. That is pretty outstanding. There's just not that much to go around. People just don't understand. People just don't understand. The supply is diminishing. All the little volatilities that we may be experiencing now, it's silly to worry over because in the end, what drives the price upwards is demand and supply. And supply keeps going down and demand keeps going up. So if you look at this, let me move my camera. You could see Bitcoin's supply is now down to December of 2017 levels. And the number of tether holders have increased dramatically. You know what? Just wait. Wait until that tether flows in. We have so much tether. Look at this. 89 billion worth of tether that can be coming in. I mean, imagine if this came into the market. I mean, that's almost $100 billion just sitting in stable coins waiting to come in, right? But right now, supply is diminishing. Demand, we know, is going to increase dramatically. Here's another measure of exchange flows. In fact, we just went from positive to negative, and we haven't seen this since the beginning of the year, which means that very, very, very little whales or exchanges or retail investors are sending their Bitcoin to the exchanges. In fact, they're withdrawing, right? And why would they do that? Well, that means they're just accumulating. They're loading up. No one wants to sell Bitcoin at this time. So we're mimicking Bitcoin's bottom at 15, 16K back in January right now. So think about that. And then remember what happened since January, right? Bitcoin's been going up. And I think more of that is coming, right? I don't think that's going to change, especially when Bitcoin ETF approvals are going to be coming. More and more people are convinced that by January, okay, which again, we're about to head in December, so it's really like just 1 month. The first week of January is when all spot ETFs will be approved. Just think about that. Just think about it. In 1 month, we're going to get like 12 spot Bitcoin ETFs. And here's another sign that we will get one. Yesterday, I talked about how the SEC is asking for public opinion about Franklin Templeton's Franklin Templeton's spot ETF. And the SEC is asking for public opinion. But their deadline isn't until January, and they're asking for it now, which means that they want to make a decision early, which means, again, this falls into this theory that the SEC is getting ready to approve all of them in January before the deadline. And that's not even the last deadline. The last deadline is in March, but it seems like there's a consensus now. And these aren't just from regular people. These are some of the Wall Street guys, the analysts that study this all day long. They're all thinking that this is going to happen. This is going to happen soon, right? So 1 month, again, supply and demand, what's going to happen when spot ETFs come out, demand is going to skyrocket, but supply is still low. It's not like the supply is going to come out of nowhere, not like fiat. You can't just print more Bitcoin. The demand is going to skyrocket. That's what's going to happen. Also, what may drive Bitcoin higher is the number of shorts. I don't get who, at this point in time, who wants to lose money. Like, if you really want to lose money and flush your money down the toilet, right, you would throw on a short on Bitcoin. Like, why would you be doing that? It makes no sense. So right now we see Bitcoin is at 35,000, right? You can see how Bitcoin has not been able to break this 38.4, right? So it's right around there. So this correlates with this. There is going to be a massive short squeeze if Bitcoin breaks above 38.5. That's why we have a resistance here, okay? Because somehow the shorters think that, yeah, this is a good spot to, to put up a stand, right? Let's make sure Bitcoin doesn't go above 38.5. But you can't stop Bitcoin. It's like trying to stop a moving train. So if we break through this, we will get a massive, massive short squeeze, over 3.1 billion, right? So that is something we have to look forward to too. That's coming up. Again, I don't get it. If you want to be a degen, right, you want to play with leverage like I have been, at least go on the long side. Don't go on the short side for Bitcoin. That's going to end 100% in the loss eventually. Right? Yeah, I just don't get it. But anyways, it's fine. It's fine. It's better for the rest of us. We want those short squeezes. So let's welcome it. All right. So this is what Bitcoin's looking like right now. Okay. Obviously, we're in a good spot. Again, can't break through that 38.5. But if we do, then this analyst thinks that we're going to 42,000. Well, again, that kind of correlates with the short squeeze. If we get a massive short squeeze, can we break above 39, which will be the next resistance, and then we go all the way up to 42? Very, very possible. Remember, December is coming. And we're mimicking the cycle from two cycles ago. In 2016, right before 2017, our pattern is so similar. And in that year, in 2016, December, we had a 30+% gain for Bitcoin. 30+. So depending on where we are, let's just say we end the year at 39,000. I mean, end the month at 39,000, and you apply 30% to it. That means Bitcoin is ending the year at $50,000 if we get another 30% increase in December, just like in 2016, before the halving event. So think about that. That would be a very good Christmas gift to see Bitcoin rise up to $50,000 before year end, right? It's in the cards. It could happen. Here's another one that's showing RSI level. Last time Bitcoin went above the 70 RSI, you could see it did pretty well. 3,600% gain, a short 70% gain, a 405% gain. I just talked about a 30% gain to the end of the year, right? That's what it's looking like right now, right? Again, these are all signals, guys. Signals for major bottom and major breakout soon. There's so much of it. So much of it. It's so good. It's so good, guys. Also, lastly, there is this guy. We don't know who he is, but you know, he's been DCAing and DCAing and DCAing and DCAing and DCAing like literally every single day. 250 Bitcoins added today alone. Now, it could be like a miner or something, okay? We don't know. But there are a lot of whales that continue to DCA like this and add and add and add and add. Again, going back to supply and demand, there's just not that much to go around when so much of it is being held by these large whales. You don't want them to get everything. You want to keep some for yourself. You want to build that life-changing wealth through Bitcoin and crypto. At the very least, attain financial freedom, right? And here's the last thing I'll show about Bitcoin before moving to Doge. This is how far we have until the halving event, about 144 days. That's going to come in the blink of an eye. And again, look at the previous cycles, exactly what happened after they hit their halving event. You could see to the moon. That's what happens, right? And we're 144 days away from that. So, a lot of goodness, guys. A lot of goodness. All right. Now, outside of Bitcoin, what about Doge? What about Doge going to the moon? Well, I mean, this is happening. Dogecoin is actually literally being put on a rocket and flown, or will be flown to the moon. That's exactly what's happening. There is this company, they're doing a joint thing for NASA, and they're going to put Doge on some kind of physical device and send it literally to the moon. And here's the thing, part of this mission is actually paid for by Dogecoin. So I don't know who these guys are, if they made a boatload of money, but somehow, yeah. See, you see right here. Notably, it was partially funded with Dogecoin to expand the cryptocurrency utility beyond speculative trading. So that's quite interesting. Collaborative effort with payloads from various prestigious entities like NASA. And this is from the company Astrobotics. And this is going to happen by the end of the year, December 23. It may correlate with this massive pump that we will see in December. This 30% pump, if we have it for Bitcoin, we're going to see others like Doge and other memes skyrocket as well. So this correlates very, very well with the timing of that. So get ready. Strap on and get ready. Now, as for Doge's price movement, so it's facing three major hurdles from a technical standpoint. The 0.786 Fibonacci level, and also the 100 weekly and the 200 weekly they're all converged, and that's where the price is right now. So basically, if you've been wondering why Doge is so stagnant, first of all, it's never been to the moon. Second of all, still waiting for Elon to do something with Doge. And third of all, from a technical standpoint, it's looking to break all these. And once it does, though, you know, it could be going literally to the moon in terms of price. Like right now, Doge is still hanging in there, still the biggest meme coin of them all, with basically no utility, and that's okay. And everyone's just waiting for Doge to get its bark back, so to speak, right? And that could be coming soon. Speaking of the other dog memes, Shib. I've been talking about Shib. What's going on with Shib? Well, their burn rate has skyrocketed 11,000%. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, Shib does have a burn mechanism. I think a lot of people don't know that. So the more usage there is, the more Shib that gets burned. So right now, there's definitely an increase in utility or increase in volume. Why is that? Because of Shibarium and because everything else that's being built on Shibarium. So it's increasing the burn rate. But the price hasn't moved all that much. But you know, this may be a precursor to that if there's so much volume and more and more gets burned, right? But again, I think right now, someone like Shib is kind of like in a holding pattern, but could definitely come back. I mean, let's not forget how much Shib skyrocketed in 2021 in a full-blown bull market, right? We're not there yet. We're not in 2025 yet, but we're about that in 2024. And 2024 is going to be amazing too. So someone like Shib can definitely benefit. And they're distancing themselves away from Doge with utility. So let's see if that's the right path, because Doge has no utility. Shib does. They have a layer 2. They have a DEX. They have an NFT project. They have a metaverse project. They have a whole bunch of stuff, right? So we'll see. And the other big dog meme that's not bonk, and I covered that already last night, Floki. Now, Floki itself is kind of doing what Shib is doing. I think they went a little too corporate after talking to their PR guy. And I don't even know why they have a PR guy, but they do. But Floki decided to launch a new token called Token. How original. And it's a project that helps people create tokens, right? We know the market needs more tokens at this point. So that's what the new project is. TokenFi helps people create tokens through one click, right? But the token itself has been doing pretty well. Has been doing pretty well. So I looked it up here. So about 26 million market cap. That's not too bad. But if you look at all time from when it was, I believe it was airdropped to now, it's already up 53,000%. So I would say that's pretty good. But considering it's only at 26 million market cap, I'd say that's pretty cheap. Although this new project, TokenFi, has nothing to do with memes. Although during a bull market, you figure a lot of people want to create new meme coins. And they may be using TokenFi to create more meme coins. And that's what we need. We need a lot more memes in this space, right? The more memes that we have, the better it is, because that means it gives more people a chance to become billionaires overnight. I'm kidding about that. It's a joke. We don't need more memes. But there will always be more memes. Just look at Grok. Grok just came out. Bonk came out. Snack came out. You know, there's so many new ones out there right now. But, you know, anyways, TokenFi could be interesting. I don't really pay a lot of attention to Floki, but they are one of the bigger ones out there as well. All right, that's pretty much it. Overall market cap, let's see, is it still up or down today? Well, we got a big mover like Solana back above $60, right? So at this point in time, you really can't go wrong with Solana. Like, if it goes down, you just DCA more into it because Solana has all the strength right now. And we know institutional inflows into Solana is very, very high. In fact, it's higher than Ethereum right now. There are a lot of people that really love Solana. So, like, whenever you see Solana go down, it's just really good to DCA. But for the most part, most of the other alts, I would say more than half are in the green. So that's good. We'll see how this day goes. Bitcoin fell below 38, unfortunately, but I'm sure it'll get right back above. All right, let's do some Q&A. All right, let's see here. We got like 4,000 people. Welcome, everyone. Let's see if I missed anything. Swashbuckling, scallywag. Good morning, Michael Watkins says, pop that bubble. We got 3.1 billion worth of shorts to pop. It's going to come. Let's see. TokenFi sounds like pumping vibes. I don't know what that means. Thoughts on Maple Finance? It sounds familiar, but I don't know too much about it. Which chain is on? BNB doesn't even have a. It doesn't even have a. Doesn't even have a listing yet. So it seems like Hoshi might be too early to get into that. Jose says, picked up a nice bag of bonk. Yes. What's in your long-term portfolio? Well, if you've been watching my DCA portfolio on Wednesday night, or DCA night, I should say, then you'll have a really good hint on what's in my portfolio. I asked you a week back about Grok, and you said you didn't like it. Change opinions? No, I still don't like it. But if you want to be a degen and try to trade, you can. But I'll just tell you from my experience, I lost a lot of money on Grok. So, no. If you want to be a degen, go ahead. Just be prepared to lose all that money, 100% of it, okay? So when you play with memes or leverage, you do a small amount. You don't play your entire portfolio, obviously, right? You could try to chart it, but, you know, when it comes to memes, you just don't know when it goes up and down. Why is BTC sideways so long? It hasn't been that long, Pete. It hasn't been that long. Tesla to the moon. Today, how could Coinbase be a 52-week high when it's down? But it looks like, I think that's a precursor. CNBC just put that up knowing that it's going to go up. What is Tesla at? Tesla has been recovering. 251. But, man, someone asked me this yesterday. Would I rather buy Tesla or Coinbase? 100%, 1,000, a million percent into Coinbase. I mean, here's why. Tesla's already at 800 billion market cap, okay? I mean, can it go to a trillion? Yes. But how many companies out there are at a trillion? Like, less than a handful. Coinbase is at 30 billion, okay? It needs to go up 30x to reach Tesla's level. And with Bitcoin getting stronger in 2024 and 2025, who's going to benefit the most? Coinbase. Right now, I'd pick Coinbase 1,000% over Tesla stock right now. You just, sometimes it's not hard. You just have to put two and two together. What do you think about solar flare storms? That is spicy, David. The last thing that's on my mind. I have zero thoughts about it. Sorry. Can you shout out to my wife, Livia? Hey, Livia. Better answer is to buy Coinbase and Tesla. No. You just buy Coinbase, man. Just buy Coinbase. There's nothing wrong with holding Tesla, but it depends. Would you rather buy the fastest horse in the race or buy the fastest horse and the slowest horse in the race? Just go with the fastest horse. Snack says George is promoting scams. What's a scam? Sneaks. Which one? How many BTC do I own? A lot. Just put a lot. Will CRO replace BNB? No. Nothing's going to replace BNB. No other exchange is. If Coinbase had a token, then I would say yes, they probably would. But right now, nothing's close. I think OKX's coin is pretty high, though. I might take that back. They're at 3.4 billion. But that's still 10x off from BNB, and CRO is certainly not going to come close. Ill Dramatics, George, thanks for helping me not sell during bear market. Can you give me a shout out to my wife, Isabel? Hi, Isabel. How many of you guys actually have your wives watching this? This seems like you guys are asking me to do a lot of shout outs, which is fine. But I figured, I look at my analytics, it's like 92% men. Can you give me a shout out to my future wife who I'll probably divorce? Her name is Stacy. Oh, that's funny. Let's bring that up. Hi, George. You think Bitcoin will continue higher this week? Yes, definitely think so. We keep touching upon 38 now, right? So, again, when in doubt, zoom out and then look at what's been happening here. We've been just trending higher and higher and higher and higher. And yes, we have up and downs, but overall, we're just trending higher. Now we're getting comfortable around 38. And it's just a matter of time we break through that and get to 39s and then slowly 40s. And then we have such a big resistance right here. 3.1 billion of shorts waiting to get liquidated at 38.5. No idea why so many shorters are putting a stand there. But we get a massive short squeeze. We're going to push into 40s. And plus, traditionally, December has been pretty good for Bitcoin too, and for all markets. It's the Santa rally. That's why they have that phrase. And then, we're so close to the spot Bitcoin ETF approval. That's coming first week of January. Joe Lamas, my friend was a toxic maxi. He craps on me and other friends for our alts, but he started buying alts and loves it, but he's afraid to admit it to his cool non-maxi friends. You think he should admit it? I don't know. Are you talking about if he should come out of the closet for being a altcoin holder? The thing is, I know for a fact a lot of the influencer Bitcoin maxis, because they have this image that they're a maxi, they have to continue that image. But I know for a fact many are not maxis. They hold alts. I know that for a fact. But some of these guys, they have to pretend like they have to be a maxi. But, for everyone else that's not an influencer, it just comes down to, do you want to make more money or not? That's what alts do. The alts help you accelerate your money-making machine, basically, your portfolio. That's all it does. You may not need to believe in any of them. You could believe that Bitcoin is the only one worth holding on to over long term, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And I 100% have that belief. But I also know that if you want to gain on Bitcoin, okay, you want to make as much as you can, you have to throw alts in there. You have to, right? It's just that simple. So I don't know. That's my response to that. Can you imagine getting an ETF on Christmas Day? That's not going to happen because the SEC is not open that day. But I think soon. I mean, really soon. Maybe before or after that. Before New Year's, maybe. Does anyone know if Data Dash is still bearish? So I like to know if he's still like really, really bearish or he turned bullish now. Any chance Elon loses the Dogecoin lawsuit? No, 0 chance. 0. Linking with Nas says Data Dash is still bearish. Come on. He's less bearish. Look at his videos. He's bullish again. Is he? You have to read in between the lines. People said that his topics and titles have turned bullish, but if you listen to what he's saying, he's still bearish. I don't know. You guys tell me. Hey, now Coinbase, you see? CNBC knew what was coming. They threw this new 52-week high while it was still in the red. But now it's going up. 130. I bought some June options for Coinbase yesterday because I think Coinbase is just going to keep going. There's just nothing stopping Coinbase, like honestly. Not even SEC can stop. Here's the thing. SEC still has their lawsuit against Coinbase. Imagine when Coinbase wins that. I mean, that's going to be even bigger. Like right now, Coinbase and Brian Armstrong and the entire Wall Street is laughing at Gary Gensler. Like, I think people forgot. People thought that, they took down Binance. People forgot SEC has a major lawsuit against Coinbase for supposedly selling security tokens, right? They're probably going to lose that. And that'll be huge. But right now, Coinbase stock is still going up regardless. That 1 year performance looking pretty good. Just like Bitcoin. They're going to move in tandem. Do you think Bonk will break 0.01? I have no idea. Yes. Probably. I don't know. I don't know how many decimal points it has. 0.01? No. No. How many decimal points it needs to remove? 4 decimal points? That would put it into like 20 trillion mark, whatever it is. So blockchain Woody, no, that's not going to happen. Pith, long-term hold. I just did a whole thing on them last night in my yesterday's video, so watch it if you want to learn more about it. When money printer, that money printer never stopped, my man. It's still going. It's still going. Running 24/7 by the Federal Reserve. The Feezy says all the bears are still trying to fight it. Gareth, Cowan, Data Dash. Are you sure they're all bearish or are you just making that up? They were all bearish before. But at this point in time, I don't know how you could be bearish. You just can't. It makes no sense unless you're just doing it on purpose. Like Peter Schiff. No matter what Bitcoin does, Peter Schiff will always be bearish. You know, I don't know. What's the best alternative to BTC? We need one? No, we don't. We don't need a best alternative to BTC. BTC is the greatest store of value that we have. They'll never change. Everything else is more like a tech play. So you don't need a better... You just don't. Sal K, $4.99, thank you. I had a feeling Doge would be back. I think Doge is doing a little bit better today because they're being launched to the moon. And, you know, Elon may still do something. But today Solana is doing very well. Avalanche is doing well. Well, I think Thorchain is doing very well today. Stacks is doing very well. Yes, Stacks is doing well. For all you Bitcoin maxis out there. IOTA, no reason why I should be pumping up. 32%. Terra Classic, no reason to be up. 17%. These are two I would not be holding on to. Arweave, I just talked about Arweave last night also. Someone asked about it. It's up. I like Arweave a lot. Terra Classic US, this should not be up. These are just simply being pumped by whales. It's very obvious. Don't fall for that. My VPN is in Mexico. I want to send a super chat, but I don't think you want pesos. It's all good, man. It's all good. Thoughts on Cardano's SNEC? You know, I used to be a big SNEC guy because they caused a whole lot of disruption and caused a lot of people to go into Cardano, but they lost that momentum. 20 million market cap. They were at like 150. And I was talking to the team. I know who the team are. Or the team members are, I should say. And I told them, you know, it's really, really, really hard to sustain a meme above 100, 150 million. They usually generally come down from there. But if you could break above and hold, you're pretty good. But, you know, the timing of things for them was just bad. You know, had they come out, like, let's say in October, rather than say June, they'll be a much better spot. But who knows? Maybe they have a chance to come back. They're still the biggest meme on Cardano. Maximoto, he did want them, everyone. Who wanted them? Who wanted what? I don't get it. Is there any U.S. exchange where I get R-Wave? Unfortunately, that's a tough one. No. I don't think there's any exchange, U.S.-based exchange, but you could get it on Mexi or BingX. You know, those are two that I use. You could try to use CRO, you know, crypto.com. What is the maxi transfer limit per day with no KYC? It was pretty high. For me, it's high. It's like 100,000 or something. BingX is like 40,000. So, I mean, they're decently high. If you're trying to withdraw millions per day, that's not going to happen. But it's still pretty high. You said CRO would fund list this time. I don't have anything against CRO. I just don't like them. I don't know. I don't know. Uphold as R-Weave. You know, the thing is, I don't think a lot of people use Uphold. They're not a really like a traditional exchange. They operate very weirdly. I don't even know if they're like, I don't even know. They're not even US based, but they do offer. I think they're so small that they feel like they get by. Like when XRP was being delisted by everyone, they didn't delist it. So I feel like they just feel like they're under the radar, so they're just like letting things through. I don't know. What cold wallet do you use? I use Tangem. I still use Ledger. That has not changed. If Ryoshi reveals himself, where will Asuka go? Probably to zero. Here's the thing. Who cares? Who cares? Ryoshi is not Satoshi. So even Ryoshi came out and said, I left Shib and created Suka. It's not going to make Suka go up to the moon. Like, that whole notion was always silly to me. I questioned Suka guys, Patty and Phil on the next crypto job. I'm like, who cares? Is that the only reason why you like them? Just because supposedly Ryoshi created Suka, which has not been proven. And, you know, there's been rumors that Ryoshi now moved from Suka to other coins. But, like, who cares? But I do care about Phil, who's fighting in the IFC. And Patty will be fighting in the IFC. I do like those guys. They're fun-loving guys. Plan B said yesterday that Bitcoin won't fall below 35 never again. I like to think that, but, you know, I think that's true. But, you know, 35K is only like less than 3K from where we are. Can we have like a massive shakeout again to drive out a lot of the long leverage people? That could certainly happen. I would say we'll never see below 30,000, but 35,000 could happen. All right, guys, I'll let you guys go. Overall, hey, Bitcoin's showing a little weakness today, but when you zoom out, you realize there's no weakness. We're still above 37,000, which is a point that we were not close of reaching even a week or two ago. So overall, guys, things are looking good. Nothing changes with Bitcoin other than bullishness. Supply has dropped to a 5-year low. Spot ETF is about to get approved. We're going to get a massive short squeeze at 38.5. And Doge is being sent literally to the moon. And will possibly carry all the other meme coins with it. So, stay strong, my friends. And smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Oh, by the way, make sure you check out the description. Sign up for the free newsletter, Holder's Herald. You'll get a lot more alpha in there as well, so make sure you do that today. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.